Modern Warfare 4 has had a bunch of leaks in the last year, and we're going to talk about everything that's been leaked, including all the big leaks that have happened in the last 3 days, kind of confirming a lot of what I said earlier this month, but we're going to dive into all of it. So for those of y'all who don't know, I am IceBurgz. I am the biggest Call of Duty lore and story YouTuber of 2026. I've been covering the franchise for 5 years, and I study this stuff in detail, so you get the clearest breakdown, which is why we're diving into Modern Warfare 4's leaks that have all been confirmed up to this point. So the very first thing we're going to talk about is development. Is the game even going to be any good? Is it going to have the correct development time for a Call of Duty title? And well, yes, Modern Warfare 4 is going to be one of the best developed games that we've seen out of Call of Duty in a couple of years. Now the reason I'm saying this, the very first playtest build that was uploaded to Battle.net, as we found out this morning, was actually uploaded way back on November 1st, 2023. Now this is important because it was a Modern Warfare 4 specific build that was uploaded 9 days before Modern Warfare 3 released. So in total, the game has been under development for about 3 to 4 years, and notably this is kind of longer than most Call of Duty games get. In my opinion, it's been in development since 2022, but anyways, more recent news. This week, it has been rumored that Call of Duty has started their first internal playtest for Modern Warfare 4, but on top of that, Call of Duty has gone out of their way to invite a bunch of Call of Duty creators to come out and play the game early. Now, this is all a rumor, speculation if you want. I cannot independently confirm this, but there's a lot of Call of Duty creators who have kind of taken a week off from creating content, so maybe there's something there. But since we are talking about development, let's talk about gameplay. Gameplay is entirely weird, and the only way I can really explain to you what's going on is to go back and give you the full timeline. So basically, Modern Warfare 4 has been developed in silence up until about December, when the first leak about Modern Warfare 4's gameplay came out. The Ghost of Hope tweeted out that Modern Warfare 4's gameplay was basically going to be Modern Warfare 2 2022 all over again. Now there was a big outcry from the public on this, a lot of people didn't agree with it, and a lot of people kind of said that they shouldn't do this, and then, weirdly, Infinity Ward tweeted for the first time in I believe about a year and a half on Christmas Day stating, "Happy holidays, and don't believe everything you see on the internet." Which was kind of strange because Infinity Ward never has denied a rumor publicly before, but it seems like they were denying the Ghost of Hope rumor rather directly. Then, about late January, early February, Realistic UK, another Call of Duty leaker, came out and stated, the gameplay for Modern Warfare 4 had completely changed. So the original leak by Ghost of Hope about it being like Modern Warfare 2 was correct. But following his tweet and the kind of public outcry against having Modern Warfare 2's gameplay style, Infinity Ward made the decision to change the gameplay to be more like Modern Warfare 2019 and more like Modern Warfare 3, with elements of Modern Warfare 2 scattered in. So think about it like this. We're going to have Modern Warfare 3's movement maybe toned down a little bit so there's less slide canceling, Modern Warfare 2019's gunplay, and some of the other features from Modern Warfare 2 kind of mixed in with that. So we're really looking more Modern Warfare 2019, Modern Warfare 3 style gameplay. But what was also leaked about the gameplay is that Omni movement is not returning to Modern Warfare 4, it is staying with the Black Ops franchise, and there will be no wall running or wall jumping in Modern Warfare 4. Modern Warfare 4 is going to return to a more boots on the ground style of combat like Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2019 had, and tac sprinting may return with Modern Warfare 4. The Ghost of Hope's original tweet said that tac sprinting was in the game, but since then things may have changed. But let's move on to the campaign, my favorite section of every Call of Duty game, and arguably I play the campaigns more than I play multiplayer, so let's dive into what we know about the campaign so far. We know that there's going to be a much more gritty and realistic feel with a lot more of that kind of Modern Warfare 2019 realism brought back into the world. Modern Warfare 4 is going to be less about this group of super soldiers going to fight and stop Makarov and more about a group of soldiers fighting and doing their best as they're the best at what they do. And from what I've heard so far, there's a rumor that there might be a death of one of the main Task Force 141 characters, but that deserves a separate video, so let's keep going. There's going to be a split narrative, so think like Modern Warfare 2019. We focused on the story of Captain Price and Gaz, and then there was Alex and Farah. Modern Warfare 4 is going to do the exact same thing. This time though, we're going to have Task Force 141 alongside the SAS and South Korean Special Forces fighting Makarov in North and South Korea, who is working with the North Koreans for some reason. So Makarov and North Korea are teamed up to start World War III, and because in this universe North Korea and Russia are close allies, any war between North Korea and the United States would also bring Russia into the conflict and start World War III, Makarov's entire goal. So on one side of the planet, we have that going on. Now on the other side, we're going to have the US Marine Corps, specifically the Demon Dogs, working to stop different terrorist threats and other things going on in the world. It's not clear where it's going to be, in the Middle East or in New York or what's going on, but we do know for sure there will be a major terrorist attack in Modern Warfare 4. The terrorist attack will take place in New York City, somewhere downtown, and will involve explosives. So this is going to be a lot like Piccadilly Circus from Modern Warfare 2019, and also seemingly a lot like Battlefield 3's last mission of the campaign, where Sergeant Blackburn beats the villain to death because he's trying to set off a nuke in the middle of New York City. Now, it's rumored that Alex and Farah will play bigger roles in this campaign. Alejandro may be in the campaign for at least one mission, but those were early rumors from a while back. I can't confirm if any of those are still true. Personally, I think Alex should return because he's my favorite character, other than Graves, and we don't know anything about Shadow Company or Graves being in Modern Warfare 4. So one of the kind of more uncomfortable things is that General Shepard's death from Modern Warfare 3 is really going to get kind of glossed over. From what we know, it's kind of just like a cliff note of like, he died and no one's investigating why. So don't really hold your breath that there's going to be some kind of war crime or, Captain Price getting sent to jail because he killed General Shepard. But we do know Soap is still dead. Soap does not come back. He is still dead. He was in that tunnel. He's not like Graves where he wasn't in the tank. He was in the tunnel. He got shot in the head. And this is important because it is one of the driving factors for Task Force 141. They are operating without him, and Ghost and Price are carrying that thread forward into Modern Warfare 4. Really kind of driving home that hatred that they have towards Makarov specifically. Now, Soap's death is going to make Modern Warfare 4's stakes a little bit higher because, in my opinion, they have more drive to stop Makarov and it's a lot more personal. But I think we should move on to that because there's a whole other section of the game that I haven't even started talking about yet. DMZ. DMZ 2 is coming to Modern Warfare 4. It's going to be an upgraded version of the DMZ experience from Modern Warfare 2, and just a little fan theory I have here. The actual DMZ, the demilitarized zone in the real world, is the border between North Korea and South Korea. And the game is going to be set in North Korea and South Korea. And on top of that, there's going to be a new Warzone map and the DMZ map called Two Men, which is set in Korea. So from my understanding, they're creating a fictional city inside the actual DMZ between North Korea and South Korea, and the missions will operate out of that, as that's where Coney Group and Makarov's forces will be stationed after the events of the campaign. And it makes a lot of narrative sense because North Korea and South Korea don't really go into the DMZ. You could just hide out there for your entire life if you really wanted to and you had enough supplies. But anyways, back to what's going on with DMZ. So we know that there's going to be a player versus enemy mode and a player versus enemy mode. So you can play by yourself against enemies or by yourself against enemies and other players. So both modes have been confirmed in leaks, but we also know there's going to be new extractable items. There's going to be perk rigs, armor plates, bandages, and some type of chemicals. Basically, Call of Duty is trying to capture that extraction shooter loop that Arc Raiders and Marathon have really capitalized on in the last few months. Now, DMZ 2 is also going to add dog tags and brand new storage systems, something a lot of people asked for with the original DMZ and is being brought in with the new version. Personally, I think the original DMZ was ahead of its time. I think Modern Warfare 4 just needs to innovate on what it had, improve the overall structure, and I think it can compete with any extraction shooter on the market, because if one thing we know about Call of Duty, they may not always be the first one to make a game mode, but usually when they make the game mode, it's one of the best around. Look at Warzone, Blackout, anything that you want to pull in. Call of Duty never does these new game modes first, but when they make these game modes, they make it the best. But I want to move on to the very last thing, the dates. I made a video about 3 weeks ago predicting all the dates for the release, for the teasers, and using mathematical equations to figure it all out. And yeah, those all got confirmed to be correct. So let me tell you what's going on. On April 30th, we're going to get our first Modern Warfare 4 teaser, likely to do with something in Warzone because it lines up to be the Season 3 Reloaded update. June 7th is the Xbox Showcase when the new Modern Warfare 4 game will actually be shown off. Now, I was a little bit wrong. The official date for Modern Warfare 4's release has been confirmed to be October 16th. I predicted it to be October 15th, so one day off. But I'm still going to take it because it really depends on your time zone and where you are in the world. But based on all the leaks for Modern Warfare 4, I'm personally very excited, but tell me in the comments what you think. But if you don't know what Modern Warfare 4's marketing plan is, what their strategy is at all, click on this video right here because I covered it all just 2 days ago. So until next time, I am IceBurgz, your Call of Duty informant. stay frosty.